Hello, I'm Ragnarok, and welcome to the Reckoning. So welcome back, everybody, to our next episode for our survival Let's Play. So, in the last episode, we got ourselves the pumpkin and melon farm. I actually totally forgot to run it for a while and then show the rates we were getting by the end of the episode. So what I'm going to do is, in today's episode, I'm going to run the pumpkin melon farm before I start doing the build we're going to do today. And then maybe an hour or two into it, I'll go back, we'll check what it has in it, and I'll show that off. So we will get to see what the pumpkin and melon farm gives us as far as rates. I will tell you one thing, it kills it. I run it for a little while and then I turn it off. And I have so much pumpkins and melons stored up in our vault. So it's really good, but what I'll do is I'll empty the chest, make sure there's nothing in it, and then turn it on, time it, go back, enter it. But in today's episode, we need to do one thing. This pick right here, I can't repair it anymore. It's my Silk Touch. This is literally the last time I can repair this. I went to pop it in real quick just to see what it would say for repair costs, and it says too expensive. No matter what I try to do, combine it with another pick, use diamonds flat out, it doesn't matter. It says too expensive, so I can't repair this thing anymore. So I need to do one thing. I need to get mending, like insanely fast, like right now, because I can't be wasting diamonds on repairing these things anymore. So we are going to work on our first thing is our villager breeder. So over here in this area, as you can see, I cleared it out. It's nice and flat. We took some layers off of this. I took another layer off the area over there, which that will be probably where we're going to put our villager trading center in a future episode. But today we need to work on a village breeder. It's going right here. So I'm just going to go with the typical villager breeder that pretty much everybody's making. There's a billion of them. There's, slight variations out there. So there's really nobody to credit for this. I would say the biggest inspiration I'm using for this is the one that I've seen Logical Geek Boy make. But again, I've seen so many people make pretty much the same things, shy of, maybe using this stone piece or this wall or this trapdoor instead of this. But they're all pretty much about the same. But either way, that's the one I'm going to use. I'll link it in the description, like I said, so you can take a look at it. But what we're going to do is we're going to build it right here. We're going to get it going. We're going to surround it in a house because, as you've seen with all the farms so far, is we can't have just farms. We can't have these ugly glass farms or whatever just poking out. All our farms got to be surrounded by pretty houses. So we're going to do something a little bit different today when we build the house. And then we need to move villagers, which is, thankfully, we're building this pretty close to the village right there, so it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully it's not too painful getting the villagers moved in, but let's get to work. Okay, so we're going to build it right here. What we're going to do is we're going to add a little different levels to it. So it's going to be, the breeder itself is going to be surrounded by one big building, but it's going to be like two buildings attached by like a hallway. And I'm going to have one of the halves kind of go down into this little flat area, so it's going to go down one level. That will give us a little different height variance and stuff like that. So we need to do our first area right here, roughly. Let's see. Let's do it right. Gotta find a spot first. Okay, let's do it right here. We'll do it like right there. That works. Might as well pick a spot, right? So, boom. There we go. That's our first thing we need to do. Then we need to add water. And then we need to add, there you go, there's our composter. So now we have where our villagers are going to get the profession from, or one of the villagers, and it's going to help keep the farmland hydrated. So let us put a light over this real quick. There you go. I like using the shroom light because I love this thing. Now we need to go out 4 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably should not use that piece, actually. Let's, actually, let me put my Silk Touch back on. That's the fortune one. Let me get my Silk Touch. 1 second. Oh, I didn't bring it with me. Okay, well, we're going to waste glass. There we go. And then let's go 4 this way. 4 this way. And 4 this way. So basically what that gives us is a 9x9 square. So now we're just going to connect it. And the reason we're doing this is because we're going to place glass here, and I don't want to see glass just like chilling on the dirt, because then we'll always see the grass underneath it. So to make this look a little bit more pretty, we are going to put we're going to put oak. Skip that spot right there. All right. Let us take out these corner pieces. We're just going to put a light there. This will help light up the grass a little bit, or the tilled land. All right, now let's put some glass in. So we're going to make these walls 3 high. Okay, so now we have a 3 high wall structure. We put a gap at one end, just the one tall gap or one wide gap or whatever. What we're going to do is on the second height of this thing, we are going to put a temporary block, and we're going to put a trap door. So let's do that. We're going to put a trapdoor right at the top. Get rid of this and this. This is going to stop villagers from going in because this is actually shorter than 2 high, so they're not going to be able to go there. But the babies are going to be able to go down here. So, next, we're going to put a trapdoor right there. And then on this side, we need to put another wood piece. Let's change over. And we'll put a trapdoor right there. So this little corridor right here is going to let the babies think they can actually walk this way. So now we're just going to connect these. And this is going to be our drop zone. And over here is going to be where our beds are. So let us make the station for the beds real quick. All right, and this just needs to be 3 right there. So we'll put 1, 2, 3 bed, 4 bed. So that's where we will put our 4 beds. Now we need to come out for the up zone where the villages are all going to funnel into. And that's going to be this area right here. And then what we need to do is we need to do I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's a 3 by. I feel like. Yes, that's right. Actually, that might be too big. Either way. Yeah, it's too big. That's fine. We'll leave that like that. All right. So now let's make the little drop area. I'm going to go over here. That was convenient. There we go. So now we have a drop zone, 2 high. Water's going to flush this way. We get rid of that there. And then what it's going to do is they're going to get here. The little baby's going to bob. And then once they grow up, the water's going to pull them into that corridor right there. So let us clean this up real quick. This is going to be, I don't want this to look like dirt. So I'm going to fill this in all with just wood real quick, like this. And then we'll be right back. Okay, so we are down here. Built it. There's your drop zone. There's your lift area. So what we did is I put all the wood in. I put some stream lights down here. There's gonna be running water, but you know, it's. I like to light up areas. There's just no chance of something spawning in. You know, you never know. So just to be extra sure, you don't have to obviously because it'll be running water, so nothing else is gonna be able to spawn in here. But I don't care, doing it anyways. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a sign right there. We're gonna put a sign right there, or right there, and we're gonna put a sign right there. So essentially, what this is gonna do is we are going to running water right there. Now we need to get out of here. So I'm just going to break through this for now. I'll replace those pieces. All right, let's put some glass right here. There you go. So the last piece of water is going to go right. I always forget. There? Yeah, that's right. So essentially, if I go down here, as you can see, they'll drop right down. The babies will drop right here. They'll funnel in this way. Now, this is too high. However, the wall technically is a 1.5 tall. So this is actually technically 1.5 high. A baby is only 1 high. Now, when they grow to 2, if you add the half, it'll be 2.5, which means their heads will be in this water. And, I mean, players don't act the same as villagers do, so obviously I sink. But a villager is going to swim up and then funnel into this. And this is going to be where we collect them. So, what we need to do is go around this. And I might as well just put the wood in now. There we go. So it is a 3x5. That is 5, right? Yeah, that's 5. So they'll funnel in here, and then as you can see, it's going to push them to this corner right here. And then what we'll do is we'll have our little system. Put my little shovel in there. And I did do this a little bit wrong. That's fine, I'll fix it. This piece right here does need to be glass, so the heads don't clip through when they come up. And there you go. And that's our villager breeder. I know, it looks amazing, doesn't it? So what we'll do real quick is let us connect some of these walls real quick. So what we'll do is we will connect this. Then we will build around here. And we're just going to do this. We're mainly going to do this right now like this. And then we'll replace some of this with wood. Some of this will be glass because some of these are going to be windows. So I will have to replace some of this stuff. But I want to do it right now for 2 reasons. First reason is I want to be able to get the villagers over here and get them breeding. So I don't have to worry about them jumping out. But also I want to make sure that if it's nighttime while I'm in the middle of breeding, nothing can get in here. So if I do bring villagers over, I don't have to worry about them getting killed because they are protected from the walls in this area. So let us get our villagers in. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down 2 beds. One there. And one there. And we'll probably have to break those. You know, I wish I brought my silk touch, but it's literally about to break. When at the beginning of the episode, I was saying that this one's going to be the break one. But I actually already repaired it, and it already almost broke. So we're going to waste glass. It's all right. It's just glass. Let's get our villagers. Okay, so villager 1. Let's try it. There we go. Boom. So basically, I just wait for him to get into an area. I throw the boat down on the side of his feet, and usually they'll just plop right into it. So then I get in the boat, and we go row, row, row your boat. So I already checked out. I have a clear path right there. So you want to make sure you have a path where you don't have to go up. I mean, you can do it. There's ways to go uphill. There's a bunch of different ways to do that, but I don't want to deal with that. So I made sure that I had a clear path. Oops, wrong button. I was trying to hit the sprint button. But essentially, once I get into this little straightaway, there you go. And there we are. It's exciting, I know. And you're basically rowing very, very slowly. You can do this with rails and stuff like that, but I've done it with boats over long, long, long distances. So this is the way I like to do it. And it works. Okay, so we have 2 villages in there. We did the second one. It was pretty easy. I mean, it's a short distance. I've done this, I've done this exactly with the boats over the course of, like, oh my God, I've probably done like 800 blocks. It took forever, and very stressful too. So either way, we got them both in here. So now they're both in here. I re-enclose the area. They can't get out there. They can't get out any other way. So punch the boat. Make sure you don't punch a villager. Oh, and I punched the villager, of course. It's all right. Boom. There we go. So now what we want to do is I'll probably break the beds and then I'll replace the beds. There we go. So the one thing I know from experience that you want to make sure that your villagers do is you want to make sure that they sleep at least one night. You want to make sure that they do that before you do the next system. I think if they don't sleep at least one night, then they won't claim the beds over here, or they won't breed or something. So either way, what we're going to do is we're going to continue building, and then what I'll do after a nighttime passes, I'll till this land, place carrots down, move the beds into here, that's when I'll return when I'm planting the beds back here, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so we tilled the land. I got some building around here done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place our beds down, and then right there are our beds. I have the pillows facing that way. I don't know if that actually matters. I've seen everybody do the pillows facing that way. I believe that's what I've seen. So either way, that's what we'll go by. And I'll show you a little bit of what I've done so far as the building around here. We're going to do something a little different. What we're going to do is I just want to be able to use this wood. I haven't used it, and I can't really find a really good use for it. So we're going to use jungle wood. We're going to have oak wood as the first floor wood that's going to be shown. Obviously the green glass is going to be showing as the glass. And then for the roof, we're actually going to use the jungle wood planks so that it's more of a pinkish hue. That will just give us some color variety. We'll do a border on the roof and the jungle wood, and then we'll do the middle of the roof and oak. So you'll see what it looks like in a little bit. But either way, I'm going to finish tilling the land in there and placing carrots. I already placed a little bit just so we can get them started. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go run and get some carrots over at our farm, and I'll dump I'll just, out of my inventory, I'll just drop, boom, like that, a bunch of the carrots, and that will get them started on the process a little bit, so we don't have to wait for all this to, grow up and stuff like that, and they can get breeding. So I'll be return either when we get our first villager in there, or when I get a little farther in the build. Okay, so here we are with the build finished. I ended up not actually showing the builds. And like I said, there's nothing really complicated about it. And I figured, I don't want to have a video. I want to keep having episodes where it's just nothing but these long, plain builds. I really like this, actually. I think the different types of wood and the different use of stairs there and stuff like that, it adds some dimension to it. But I don't think it's anything crazy that you wouldn't be able to figure out. But if you're interested in a build guide, or me going through it a little bit more specific, feel free, let me know in the comment section. Who knows, maybe I'll do that. I'll definitely try to show more complicated builds, kind of like when we showed the storage area. That one was a little bit more complicated, and I figured it'd be nice for people to see those. But I didn't want to just sit here and build this whole thing, because I definitely want to do some other stuff in this episode, or get to some other stuff real quick. But either way, I used some jungle wood logs there. We used oak stairs there and there. These are jungle stairs. I just reversed them, so these are jungle stairs upside down. These ones are up, and I just alternated. It gives it that really cool pattern. It helps break up that color from that color. That's some stripped jungle right there, and then I use some full blocks in there. And as you can see, I use the jungle as the trim, and then I use the oak as the rest of the roof. So we have our 3 levels right here. This is going to be where the villagers come out. I'm going to make a rail system coming out here. It'll only be 1 high, so I don't have to worry about things getting in through there. And then I'll probably build this tunnel coming off of this. But we'll take a quick look around. As you can see, I do have some villagers already in there. I got 4 in there, and I think there's a baby. I swear I heard a baby. We'll take a look at that when I go back inside. See if we can see it from here. Nah, I can't. Either way. Yep, I heard a baby. I just heard the eh. So yeah, we get different levels. Like I said, it breaks it up a little bit, adds a little dimension. This is pushed back that way more. This one's a little less, and this one's all the way back here. They're at different heights. So it just gives the build a little bit more interesting of a look. As you can see, I spam torches inside. Just for now, we'll figure out a better way to light up that area. But let's go inside real quick and see what we did. So I put a nice little iron trapdoor there with buttons on the side. And again, we'll decorate in here a little bit more. So this is what I was talking about. This needs to be glass, so when they come up the rail, it's going to pick them up, and I'll demonstrate that. I'll probably just waste one of these guys and not worry about losing them. I'm going to get plenty of them. Let's see. I do want to see if we actually do have that baby, though. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, there's a baby right there. So as you can see, he's sitting down there. When he grows up, he will come up this water tube, and he'll be flushed that way. Otherwise, the babies will just stay down there. We'll come back down here real quick. And this is the downstairs. And again, we'll get this all pretty. But all I gotta do is push this button. It will push a cart, which I'll actually just do right now. And there you go. It picked up one guy and it pushed him that way. I'll kill him real quick. Like I said, we don't really care. This thing's gonna push out so many villagers. I'm probably gonna have to like just turn it off eventually anyways. So I don't mind losing one just so I can demonstrate how that comes out. Either way, I did a nice little axis up here. I wanted to be able to get around the farm. I'll probably decorate this up here. I don't know with what yet. But I wanted to be able to get into all the different areas if I have to like fix something that breaks or whatever. So I made this nice little walkway up here. I can still get down here if I need to fix them or something happens. What I did do is I added, as I've mentioned before, I like to have an on-off switch for all my farms. So all I did is I put a little switch right there with a sticky piston, and it pushes a glass piece right in front of where that trapdoor is, and that will stop them from breeding. If they tried to breed right now, you'd see the little angry marks because they can't. It shows that they can't access the bed. So this will turn it off because I've actually run a villager breeder in my multiplayer world, and it got to the point where it started lagging out the area because there were like so many villagers. So this will let me turn it off when it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I don't need any more for a while or just ever again. We'll just turn it off. We'll turn it back on. And then we have this nice little area up here. Again, we'll use it for some kind of storage or something. I don't know what we'll use it for yet. We'll figure it out. But I just wanted to be able to have a little build up here. We used some spruce on the inside just because spruce is, you know, a lot more easy to get than any other wood. Which I may go over how I get a lot of spruce in a future video or whatever. But I'm liking it. I think it looks really good. I'm enjoying the build. It's not crazy big and stuff, but it doesn't really need to be. It's a villager breeder. The only thing I'm really going to use this for is for villager breeding. You know, like I said, I'll definitely decorate it and stuff like that so it looks cooler. But I mean, really, there's no other reason for me to come here other than to breed villagers. So there's a button on the dispenser for now. Eventually, I'm going to hook this up to like a redstone line that will connect to where we're going to convert the villagers into, or pick their professions and stuff like that. So I won't have to come in here and press the button. What we'll do is we'll press it over somewhere in the building over there. Which, depending on how long this episode takes when I'm editing, I'm going to start on that process pretty much right after this, after a little break. But I might make that a separate video. So we'll see. If this is short, then we will work on that station also in this video. If not, we'll do it in the next one. But it's working. I mean, I'm happy. It's working. It's, you know, got a bunch of 3 or 4 well, I had 4. 3 villagers, got another baby over there. And, you know, they're pumping it out. And it hasn't been that long. It didn't take me long to build this. So, it's pretty cool. I like it. Oh, I gotta sleep. But as you can see, you know, mostly planks. This is all planks up here. Or slabs, I mean, not planks. These are all slabs up here, and then it transitions down to the stairs. I did that because the stairs, well, planks or slabs are easy to transition to. But I just wanted to have a little difference between stairs and then slabs. It makes it seem a little bit more rounded. And it gave me enough room inside. So as you can see, these are clearly all different heights, which again, I think adds some dimension. I think sometimes when you make everything all the same level, it just makes it look very flat looking. So, like I said, we have this kind of recessed. This glass is recessed into here. The wood is kind of sticking out a little bit. Like this looks flat, right? But we have these things here, and we'll add more to this wall that will make it less flat. But different levels, this sticking out farther this way than that. It just, I don't know. It makes building a little better. So these are little tricks I've learned from, you know, the other game that we, Conan Exiles, that we do for our other YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's working. That's all I need. Okay, so here we are at the pumpkin and melon farm. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I wanted to run this. What I did is I ran it for an hour in about 30 seconds. So I'm gonna let it finish running. I'll turn it off. I'll let it collect what's in there. Actually, we'll just turn it off right now. There you go. Now the cart will go through and collect everything that's in there. As soon as it is, then we will go down and we will take a look at what we have after an hour of running. So, like I said, I've been using this between the episode. It's been doing an amazing job. We changed it up a little bit. I'll show you as we get down here real quick. I'm still in the process of cleaning it out. As you can see, I cleaned it out over here a little bit. I put some torches. As added a bunch more hoppers. I ended up pushing a hopper this way. This system right here, this cart was not stopping to unload because I had the hopper there and it wasn't detecting it properly. So I did this, 2 hoppers. Just gives a little bit more room if this gets bogged down, which it has got bogged down once before. I had to kind of increase it a little bit. But we come down here. We have a bunch of chests, as you can see. We'll mention why we have a target block there at a later date and why these bricks are here. Like I said, this is still pretty dirty. I still got to clean it up a little bit. I've been doing a little bit of work down here between the episode. So once I get it cleared up, we'll go over this. But basically, this is going to be the... this is a piece and some redstone that goes to a water transport system that I've been working on between the episodes. We'll go over actually how it works and, you know, the plans and stuff like that. But I can't really activate this until... at least until we actually get all the stuff into our storage unit, our vault. So here you go. As you can see, this is after an hour of running. So what we can do is, I had 6 pieces in there before, so I'm just going to include that back. It's not too much, as you can see. But what we'll do is let us, so we can get a good idea of what we're looking at. Let's turn all these melons into full-on melon pieces. And now, let us get these up here. And there you go. So it looks like we got about, what is that? 2, 4, 6, almost basically 7 stacks of pumpkins and 4 stacks of melons. That's actually pretty good. This is 1 hour. That's actually just shy of an hour. I probably gypped it by like 5 minutes. But either way, I mean, that's a lot. And don't forget also, well, you may not have known, but originally when I was planting up here, I think I alternated rows, so I would do 1 row pumpkin, 1 row melon. I think there was 1 row where I doubled up on pumpkin, just because pumpkins usually grow at a slower rate. But I wasn't really thinking that you have to actually make the melons into a full melon, so it would have evened out. So if you actually did this alternating perfectly without actually like doubling up, I probably would have even numbers. I would probably have exact numbers there, because let's see, if I double it up on the pumpkin, we'll move that there, pretend. Yeah, so they pretty much would have been about the same. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. I was originally going to make the villager profession building in this episode, but it's already getting a little long, so I don't want to make this episode too long. Plus, there's some redstone that I want to be able to figure out. I'm going to try some new redstone, not looking at any other YouTube videos, just kind of what I've learned so far in redstone, and we're going to try out something. So that's going to take a little bit of time, so I don't want to actually include that in this video because then it would be way too long. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the video, give it a thumbs up. You know, like I said, new channel, new series. You know, I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a great time. I'm loving these builds. I'm learning a lot in between the episodes and stuff like that, and even during the episodes when I'm building some of these builds and stuff like that, and getting new ideas and new inspirations. I have a couple really cool ideas coming up. So especially, I think I have a really amazing idea for our villager trading center. So I want to have a massive thing and a lot of villagers. So stay tuned for that. Definitely hit the sub button. Again, helps out the channel. And also you get notified when I drop the next video. I'm going to try to get the next one out. I'm actually going to work on it right after this. At least recording it. We'll see how long it takes me to actually, you know, get that video up and running. But stay tuned for that. Leave any comments, suggestions, questions. If you want to see anything, like I said, I'll put a link to the inspiration for this build, which is Logical Geek Boy's villager breeder. Like I said, I changed it up a little bit, but for the most part, there's a bunch of people that do the same villager breeders. So the building, let me know if you know what you think about it, how you like the jungle wood. Like I said, it's hard finding something a good use for that unstripped jungle wood logs. They are kind of cool, but they kind of look weird too. So, but I actually like it in this build. I think they fit very well. So let me know what you think about that. Otherwise, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. And as always, fear the reckoning.